What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Film Study for Rookies. Today, man, we're going to talk about George Karlaftis getting that 4-year, $93 million extension. Look at what that means for the Chiefs, the numbers, and of course, look at the film room, man. Let's get into it. So as you can see right here, the Chiefs are locking up one of their young defensive stars for the next few seasons. Kansas City and Karlaftis have agreed to a 4-year, $93 million contract extension with 62 guaranteed. All right, Mr. Rappaport reported on Sunday. All right, the extension is worth $22 million per year with incentives to get to 23.25. Karlaftis, a first-round draft pick out of Purdue in 2022, has developed into an impactful piece in the defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo's defense alongside Chris Jones. Now, just how impactful, we're going to get to that in a second. But the thing to point out about Karlaftis is this right here. Since being drafted by the Chiefs, Karlaftis has recorded 115 tackles, 56 QB hits, and 24 and a half sacks. That's impressive, man. That really is impressive. And 24 tackles for loss in 49 regular season games. All right, Karlaftis has contributed 4 sacks, 4 tackles, 4 loss, and 8 QB hits over the Chiefs' 2 Super Bowl runs in 2022 and 2023. Man, he's not just a regular season guy, as you guys can see, right? He's not just a regular season. He's postseason too. George Karlaftis at 24 ranks 13th among 211 edge rushers with 61 pressures according to Pro Football Focus. The 2022 draft class has been one of the key reasons for Kansas City's multiple Super Bowl appearances in the last handful of years. All right, McDuffie, Cook, Najee Johnson, Jalen Watson, Joshua Williams, Leo, and so as you can see, man, that draft class is pretty good. Now I'll look at the numbers for George Karlaftis right here. So as we look at the numbers, rookie year we see 6 sacks, which is pretty good to be honest. Sophomore year we see 10.5 sacks. And the Chiefs defense in 2023 was pretty good, right? And in 2024, I feel like the defense wasn't as good. Maybe I'm a little off on this. I feel like it wasn't as good as it was in 2023, but still in 2024 he had 2.5 sacks less. That's how good George Karlaftis is, right? Even, I won't say in a Chiefs down year per se, but when it wasn't as good as 2023, he's still almost doing the same production, right? And the thing that stood out to me the most was this right here. Passes deflected, 7 his rookie year, 3 his sophomore year, 5 his junior year, right? That's how good Karlaftis is. But now let's jump into the film, right? Because the film is the most important part with all this. And when I watch Karlaftis, you're going to see him right here on the edge. What stands out to me is 1, the speed, but 2, the power that he has. This is his guy right here, right? And it's not him and Chris Jones on that right side. It's Karlaftis, right tackle, mano-a-mano. It's third down right here, going up against Burrow, right? And he understands leverage, right? He's going to hit low, get in those pads, raise up, as you're going to see right there. That tackle is done, right? This tackle has no leverage, right? Now watch Karlaftis, watch Burrow, bang, he's going to peel off, and he's tackling Burrow. The way Karlaftis comes off that edge right there, little speed rush, bang, get in the pads. This right here is all you need to see. This right here is all you need to see. Look what he's doing to this man right here. And you got to realize this dude probably has what? At least, I would say at least 50, 60 pounds on him. He's got a few inches. But if you understand leverage and learn how to use your speed and power and combine that thing. And look, it's just those two, right? And then bang, peel off that. And whoo, he's taking down Burrow, man. Next one right here. And the next one we're going to look at right here. All right, you're going to see Purdy. He's going to motion the tight end over. Now watch the rest of the play. This is what I said about Karlaftis right here. The first thing to watch right here is when the ball is snapped, look at Karlaftis. He's going to come across, but he also sees the tight end right here. So he's not going to shoot down, right? If he shoots down, bang, tight end's going to pick him up. If the tight end doesn't, potentially the left guard, which I'm a little bit shocked right here, all right? This is what we're going to try and do is we're going to motion the tight end over, and we're going to pull the left guard to try and stop Karlaftis. One of the fastest guys off the edge. This is what the Niners are going to try and do to stop Karlaftis. But again, as I mentioned before with Karlaftis, he understands the speed, and he understands how to use it, right? He's not going to just shoot down, right? He's not going to shoot down on this, right? Fall for the RPO right here, fall for the run, or Purdy keeping it. He's going to contain. And then you see a quick little move right here. He's going to go in, bounce it back out. And there he is, man, taking down Purdy. Next one right here. And now we got Karlaftis going against the Raiders, and they put everybody on him except for a lineman, right? And why did this happen? There's a couple reasons, right? It looks like the Raiders, they're going to slide left, right? So they're going to slide left. And why? Because Chris Jones right here on the outside. So as you can see, they're going to slide over, right? Slide protection. All this to stop Chris Jones from getting to the quarterback. So as you can see, ball snapped right there. Tackle's job right here. Don't let him get to the outside. Force him back in. All right, guard will help out. As you can see, slide all the way through. But the film isn't about Chris Jones. The film is about Karlaftis. So Karlaftis right here, he gets the one-on-one with the tight end. Now, at first I thought, okay, tight end, bang. I'm going to check him real quick, go out a little flat route, right? Nope, tight end was supposed to block him the whole time. Not only was he supposed to block him, the running back is supposed to help too, right? So take a look what happens. And what's interesting about this is I get it. Okay, so tight end, he's going to let him get to the outside, right? Now, the tight end's expecting help from the running back. But look at the running back in his feet, right? Let's rewind this for a second. Take a look right here. Running back starts to go this way. So if he's going this way, next thing you know, he's going to have to reestablish his position, right? Then work his way back to the other side. Well, as Karlaftis is coming, Minshew's not going to keep going back here, right? Minshew's going to step into the pocket right here. And look at Karlaftis, bang, taking him down, man. He's too fast to have a tight end on him. Next one we're going to look at from the Bucs. All right, a little motion right there, 81. And Karlaftis is going to come shooting in. I mean, he's going to come shooting in. Now, the overall scheme is going to work to a point. All right, take a look right here. It looks like a little RPO. It looks like bang. Fake it right there. We've got our receiver coming across. All right, because essentially the fake bang. Bolton comes in. I think Drew Tranquil, he's going to come in too. Perfect. It works. Receiver wide open. However, what the Bucs didn't account for or didn't do right here was pick up Karlaftis, right? So the line, they're all going to slide left as you're going to see, right? So they're all going to slide left. Take a look what happens. They all slide left. Who's supposed to pick up Karlaftis? Cade Otton, who's a good tight end when it comes to receiving. And he could be a good blocking tight end, but again, Karlaftis is one of those guys. So when they motion, I'm thinking, okay, 81's going to chip him right there. Slow him down a little bit, because when you run a fake, your QB has to sit there for at least a second, if not longer, right? Get the linebackers to bite right here, right? Get them to bite, bang. Get them to bite, get them to come up, right? So they come up, bang. We're going to shoot them across, bada bing, bada boom. However, they pick up everybody except for Karlaftis, who now has a straight shot at Baker Mayfield, man. This one I did not understand at all. Raiders right here, what are we looking at? All right, looks like Aiden O'Connell tries to run from Baker. Oh, AOC, you got to throw that ball away. But let's talk about Karlaftis right here. So it's 3rd and 7 right here. Now, there's a couple things to watch right here. And really with the left tackle starting off. So we're going to let the play go. We're going to pause it right here. As you can see, the left tackle is trying to help out the left guard, basically put an extra hand on Chris Jones, force him to fight over basically 3 arms instead of 2. All right? But as the play develops, bang, left tackle is now one-on-one with Karlaftis. Karlaftis with that outside arm. You're going to see a little swipe right there. Bang, swipe. And now look at Karlaftis right here. Now he has the leverage. So before the left tackle, you could say he was potentially winning right here. Karlaftis swipe away right there. Create that leverage right there. Inside arm, a little long arm right there. And then watch what he does right here. Bang. He's peeling off, going right to the quarterback. As much as I talk about Karlaftis with his speed, the dude is very smart, right? Very, very smart. Outside swipe, get that leverage right there. Long arm, bang. And the other thing he does is this right here. Is as he takes this inside arm away, he's going to rip underneath. And when he does that, it's over. It's over. So left tackle initially helps out Chris Jones. Has decent positioning on Karlaftis. But again, that outside swipe, long arm right there, rip underneath, and then bang, he's taking down the quarterback. And then last play we're going to look at right here is against the Steelers. Let's take a look right here. Ooh, we got some competition. If you try and run against this man, if you try and run against him, he will hawk you down. This right here is Russell Wilson. Now, there's obviously a couple outliers, but for most quarterbacks, if you try and outrun Karlaftis, it's not going to work. Why? Because most of the quarterbacks, when they're running, their eyes are down the field. So it's not just a full-on sprint. Like I said, there's a couple outliers, but most of them, they're not getting away. And right here, he gets pressured. Karlaftis right here, he's going to peel off. Bang, and he's taken down Russell Wilson right there. Let's talk about Karlaftis, and we'll call it a wrap. So as you guys can see, George Karlaftis is definitely, he's one of them ones, right? So he's 24 now, gets a 4-year extension. Gonna put him about that 28, 29-year mark. That's about the time the Chiefs like to move on. So we'll see what happens right there. Will it be his last contract for the Chiefs? It's a possibility, right? Are the Chiefs want to pay an edge guy that much money, right? He'll be entering his prime, I think, about 28, 29, and not entering, but he'll be in his prime, I think. We'll see what happens. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Stay tuned. More content coming soon. Take it easy. Peace.